Welcome everyone, it's Fury here and welcome in another tutorial about RPG game creation. So let's get right into this. As always, don't forget to check this website for more and various types of tutorials. Alrighty, that's where we finished for the last time, the picking up stuff. So, oh sorry, yeah. So that's where we were for the last time. Now I have to think what we want to do next. Um, the main menu and stuff like this, we're gonna leave it for later because this is like down to designing stuff and it's pretty more like a pleasure than a actual work. So let's just do some core functionalities before that. So we have the speak up stuff that works pretty well. We have the collision filtering here. Yeah, we have pretty much a lot. We have this collision a little bit here. Oh yeah, as I can see, it still does the pickup Blade of Fury. Very actually uh, important idea. So let's just go to our item. Is pickable. Let's see what we did in this. So we already have this prepared. So let's just make sure once we wanna pick up something, just make sure that if we only check upon this item if we pickup item is pickable. Okay, so just make sure that it doesn't have any owner, so it's pickable at all. So now it shouldn't be showing up this weird message. Okay, so we have it here. Yeah, so it does not show this stupid message anymore, so we cannot pick this item for the second time. And it's cool. Let's see what we've got here in inventory. Let's see. Okay, that's alright. Let me think. What can we do in this video? Whoever watches these videos of the RPG game stuff, please leave some comments below that with some ideas. What should I do next and stuff like this? What would you like to see me doing? Okay, so that would be cool and easier for me because I'm just jumping from the one to another topic. Let's see what we have with the melee weapon. We have some collision, simple collision picking up and stuff like this, which is cool. Let's maybe do. What should I do then? Okay, let's do. Uh, uh, okay, let's do some simple health system that will be able to be applied to any entity in a game. So let's get right into this. Um, I'm gonna be creating some files now. Let's just do this as player, but I'm not really sure whether this should be here. Um, Inventory is not really player only stuff, so I guess we could move it away from here. Uh, okay, this is player stuff because it has UI system as well. Okay, let's leave it for now. Just take care of other stuff. Let's do components. Add new item. Entity or component. Code components. And let's just do health component. Okay, a new item, CPP file, health component. Remember, always after adding new CPP and .h file, go to CMake lists and add it to appropriate group. So in our case, we want to have it in components folder. So you have components and gameplay, you have components player, components items, but we don't really have components itself. So yeah, cool, we can actually move it to maybe gameplay folder, or okay, let's just do living entities or characters related components. I'm gonna copy this source group, place here, and there you go. Instead of items folder, we're gonna create folder that is called or living characters. Living characters. Shit. Naming is the hardest part of programming. Living characters related. So we're gonna be aware that this is folder that will be holding all the stuff that is gonna be applied or will be able to be applied to living entities, like players, characters, and stuff like this, enemies, not the stones or trees, right? So health components, because we did put it in the folder of the components. So even if you go here, roll over here, and you can see components, code components, and then so this is actual path to the file, and this is virtual folder just in the solution for you to be able to view into. Components, health component dot cpp, and components health. Oops, something is components health component.h. That would be it. I will try to compile it, but in a while. Here we gotta do. Am I actually adding any stuff like this in here? Yes, I'm actually doing it. Okay, RPG tutorial game. Health can be applied to any living type of characters and objects. Okay, see health component. Now I'm gonna grab some stuff from here. That I need here. I don't need this, and I don't need that. Health component. Let's just do here identity component. Okay. Highlight all of it. Right click and create the definitions of them. Also remember to include standard library. And alright, so here we're gonna do bit 64 NTT event update. What this event is, what this actually function is in general, is just what events you want this entity to allow. You can allow the collision events, allow update events, timer events, a lot of stuff really. If you go right click in here and go to definition, you're gonna see how many events there are here. Various events that you can have in here. So collision, start game, blah blah blah, and all it will be fired automatically. So what events you want to allow for this entity to happen? I want to have update because it's always cool to have update here, and I'm sure I'm gonna need update for the health system. When I'm doing this comments just for me, so let's just do void update frame time update function. We will need it because health, sometimes you want health to be regenerated over the time, so it's cool to have update every frame. Okay, so we need to actually fire this update function because this is my own function. So just do switch event case entity event update. So now we're gonna do holy shit, let me check something. I don't remember that one. Come on. Okay. Entity update context. This is just to get information of the event, whatever information, because event is not only event, it's always comes with some extra data. So in this case we're gonna use the frame time. We may use it at some point in the future, so okay, we need something here, something else. Include cry entity system entity, I guess. Was it entity? Yeah. Now we need frame time. Come on. Ugh. Okay, so now it's gonna be updating this on every frame. I don't like to put any code in, too much code inside of brackets like this, so instead of this I'm creating another function. So I'm gonna be calling this function on every frame. Also we want this health component to be attachable from the editor. So in this case we definitely gonna need, holy crap, yeah, because so I'm gonna go in here and copy this, paste it in here. Register health component and health component here. Include schematic. Register, no. Environment register. That's the one function, and the second one is include schematic environment. I guess elements and environment. Was it? Damn it! I always keep forgetting about what files there should be. Oh no, actually I was right about it, I think. Elements component, environment component, I guess. Yeah. So if you eventually, if you don't know where this is and you don't know what file to include, just right click it and go to definition. So as you can see, it's environment component.h, and if you roll over this, you're gonna see exact path. So schematic, environment elements, and then okay, that's all we need. And so we actually expose this to editor by doing this. So what's more, to expose it to the editor, which we're gonna need it. So let's copy this, paste here, create new identifier for this component because they have to be unique. So bang. Now let's just do also maybe living characters related, and now let's call it health component. Characters and entities. Doesn't matter. This is just a description for myself. Okay, so at this point, this component will be visible in editor, and we could compile it now. But let's just do a little bit more. So what I want to do here is, health component is not gonna have any model or anything, so we don't worry about this. But what we are worried about is the actual health stuff. So I'm not gonna do properties, or let's just do maybe structure. Maybe let's do private properties. Sorry, structure properties, or as properties. Okay, properties, and we're gonna have what we may have here. We'll need some. Why am I doing this properties? Is because I can entirely assign entire structure, and if I wanna, for example, reload the health entirely, I don't have to call every single function. Just do reload entire properties. I'm gonna show you later anyway. Okay, so what we need is gonna be actually float f value of the actual health, so 0.f for the beginning, float f float f max health, float f regeneration ratio, which is all right. Yeah, I guess it's all good. And yeah, that's what we would need. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those three values, because we need to have the max health currently, and regeneration ratio. Eventually, we may add some in the future, but not sure about it. Here we're gonna create object of the structure as well. So as properties, props, that's it. And here we're gonna do as properties, get properties, return props. Oh, no good. Okay, let's just maybe put this structure on the top here. Alright. Yeah, which is pretty cool. It looks cool on the top. We get the properties now. we can do another one. Start properties. So start properties will be just the default value on the beginning of the game, something like that. So now these values we're gonna use to let me think. Yeah, let's just do here something like description, add member, and properties. Oh no, actually see health component. And props. This is the name in the XML file, so it has to be without spaces. This is visible in editor, so and then description. What can I how can I describe it? And here as properties. Hope it's gonna work. Alrighty. So we're gonna need also reflect type function for this, for the properties themselves. So description set guide. And also we're gonna need set component flags as well here. And for the properties here, it would be cool to have also okay, you know what, fuck that, or not, don't fuck it. Let's just copy this and whoops, no base here. Also grab that, put here, create new one. Ooh, let me check something else. So we have guide. We're also gonna need some actual label and stuff, and description most likely. Let's do it too. Did I actually forgot if I had new identifier, so let's just do it again. Health properties. No, not a big deal. So properties. It's self-explanatory. So here, description, add member, see health component, and now we're not gonna use the f value. Shit, no. Mm, this value we're not gonna be assigning from the editor because this is beginning value, so it's gonna be always maximum. So we just need max. Mm, maximum health. And default value, let's do 100. Description, add member as properties. F regeneration ratio. F regeneration. No. 0.02, I guess, for the beginning value. So it's gonna be, uh, brought back quite slowly. Okay. Okay. So when we initialize this entity, we wanna start properties will be properties. So we save on the beginning of the game. We're gonna save the properties. So at any time, if this entity is dead or should be, for example, respawned, then we can just assign start properties back to the normal properties, and we don't have to do it for every single value. Just with all of them together, and it's cool. It's fine. What I'm gonna do now is, you may hear me a little bit worse because I'm a little bit further from the microphone, but because it's really uncomfortable here now, for so many hours sitting here. What I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go here and try to compile it to see what happens. Reload all. Okay, there is some issue here and there, so there is some issue with my property stuff. Not sure what issue though, but let's try to add something. Let me check this out. Let's add some of this stuff, which allows you to compare those things, but it shouldn't be any problem at all. Oops. Entity component, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I put it in the wrong place, only that's all. Let's see what happens here now. Okay, so you need these two lines to be here, at least one of them. Alright, now let's jump into the editor. To see if our component is actually existing there. and if these properties actually work or not. Okay, we're here in the editor. Ooh, and components, living characters related. And there, it's fine. Now I'm gonna just go here to the schematic, open up my player. Did I have any? Okay, I have Blade of Fury players. Player Fury, let's say. Which one are we running currently? Which one are we running currently? Game plugin. We run the Player Fury here. So I guess we can do that. Oh, sorry, you probably haven't seen this, so it's because it's on the other screen. So I'm gonna load the Player Fury, add the component to it, health component, and his properties are here. So let's give him 100 health on the beginning, and the regeneration ratio will be 0.02, as I said before, and save and close. So we are having now health component added to our player in the editor, so cool. And now we're gonna need some regeneration to be set up, so let's just do now if f value props f value is smaller than props f maximum, then regenerate it. So f value, I always forget props, f value plus f props f regeneration ratio. So on every frame it's gonna be going up by this amount, of which we put 0.02. Now if just to make sure that the value after regeneration will not reach more than a hand on maximum, if props f value is more than f max, props f max, then f value props f value props f max. So we're just gonna make sure that if it's at any point, if it's bigger than maximum, because you know the regeneration can regenerate like 100.002. So we don't want this to happen. We want to have the maximum at best. All right, so we have it here, and okay. Okay, we can do that. Now we need to handle some death concept. So let's maybe do some here stuff. A boolean is alive. So health system also gonna be having the is character alive concept. So false from the beginning. So on the start of a game, if props f value is more than 0f, then or not without it actually. Let's do props is alive equals props f value is more than 0f. So if health is more than 0, then it's alive. on the beginning of the game, but also here. That if blah, 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 blah. If f value sorry, proper, or not, actually we can do exactly the same line. So if it's less or 0, then it's gonna mean it's dead. Now if props is alive, if is not alive, then just properties f value equals 0f. So we may just make sure that that the value of the health does not go less than 0. Okay. So it's always 0, not minus 0.02 or something. Just gonna make sure that this happens. So regeneration will only work when the player is alive, or player or other character that is using this component. So if props if he is alive, then do the regeneration stuff. Otherwise, don't be worried about it. And also, this is not down to regeneration. Alright. Let's maybe put it over here on the top. So let's review it once again. So if the user of this health component is alive, then regenerate the stuff. If he is not alive anymore, then just check if maybe it's more than maximum or less than 0, and assign this actual value is alive. Alright, cool. So now, what else do we want to do here? Not much. But we want to probably have some functions regulating the health from outside. So if we damage the player or something, we either put this or in properties, but I guess we can do it here. So void let's do add health, because maybe we drink some potion that can bring our health up or something. Add health, float health. Maybe we wanna set health at some point, set to 0, set to 100, or set to some actual value. Set health. You know what? Since this is a health component, just don't care about health word. Because come on, what would you wanna add if this is health component? You wanna add the fruits there, or health? And here void. We don't have to do remove health, because if you do here add -20, so it's gonna add -20, so which means it's gonna subdivide. Okay. Add set. Maybe we wanna have a get. Maybe we want. If we wanna get, we need to get float from this. So float. Maybe we wanna get max. We wanna maybe get float, get regeneration ratio. I know we can access this through the get property stuff, but it will be just shorter to use functions, and it will look much better. Get regeneration ratio, and float. Well, I don't know actually what I'm doing now. So get maximum, get regeneration ratio. What we can else do, get or set. We can actually do some void. Let's just do void set regeneration. No, just do reg. Let's keep it consistent. Now we can do now the functions over here. Add. So we're gonna do props f value. Now here we can do props f value equals health. We could check if we should actually if it's more if we want to add more than a maximum or less than 0 or something, but we don't have to because we already handle that here on every frame. So whenever you add something more than 100 or more than not 100, more than maximum actual, then it's gonna bring it down to the maximum by using this. So I guess this is quite cool. Props regeneration ratio, regeneration, get, return, props value, get max, return props max, and here return props regeneration ratio. So we have pretty basic the health stuff. So yeah. Whoops. As always, fucking sandbox isn't being closed properly. Alrighty. Let's see if it actually compiles. It was pretty boring, but this would be an episode about programming mostly, so it's okay. It compiled well without any trouble. So I guess that will be it for this video. And alright, so without any further talking, see you in the next video.